so we had the general thinking of us Ghanaians sometimes is so upset to the extent you don't even find the right words to describe it. I deal we see who a lot of people on social media drop containers and what those kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's that kind of equivalence, you know, and always people seek to draw from some of these things, and it's so sad. And many of the people doing some of these things are young people. When I say young people should take vested interest in politics and leadership, you know, that's not necessarily means your friend is saying every Nipanakoji position and answer why I say. But you see, we should be the sentinel
to look at the decisions. That's where it's going.
The watchdog, guiding the estate. You understand?
I get your point.
Yes, if the estate sit unguided, yeah, trust me, never become no. It is a young people no must be aware, equipping that sense of patriotism and nationalism, guiding the whole thing happening. At the end of the day, if we are the watchdog, and I said the sentinel destined to protect the foundations of our democracy, you can imagine the kind of your friends inroads you're making. Some of these issues, you will not see young people posting your friends container water buying, but they'll begin to ask critical questions as to why to take a container out of the port, you know, you go through a rigorous documentary process. So some of these things, you know, I don't even understand why we're doing press conference. Go through the books. You follow the paper. You follow the trail. Why not find a bay at what point? All these things should be available. But if you check and they are not there, then you know say and I'm sure that even there are CCTV footages and those kind of stuff that are available. You understand? 100%. So I'm not sure that some of these things are but the ECG as a company, you know, as a state institution, yeah, I think that we need to have a critical look at state institutions. You see, in recent times, all state-owned enterprises have become a debt trap institutions. They are running at a significant loss to the country. Air costs within, people are making money at the expense. I'm talking
about last year.
ECG containers. A big debate 2-3 years near there. 18 months and the rest.
No, that wasn't a priority of government. People were making money on all the container be here. Yeah, people were. I'm told they will need them in the next 10 years. And some they don't even need it
so now.
This is a company, technical and commercial losses of one running. About 42%.
Wow.
Which means the company no air running down. Power no produce is the IPPs and their friends Ghana, IPPs produce 50% and I 50%. So when they produce the power, they give it to ECG, go and sell. 42%. Is the reason why ECG is not making profit. I know that they go there and see the amount of money people are making.
The salaries
they are giving out to people. Sir, container ABC porting. These are state to state institutions. It's just a matter of discussion. Even if the money is not available, it's a state institution. It's a state, you know. So what is the sense in it making it there for way? But that wasn't a priority. People were making money. They don't know the ECG containers. And Nipa around and also are just taking advantage. A bit that sees or who says you obia and that period now transition no cost a buy now over to me, you know. It's like he doesn't have full grips. The airban also need full grips. So there is a window. That window no I'm for the this and what I said.
The confirmation just said port almost somewhere on Behuna Obia boss me financial security. Yes, me for container the back.
Wow.
More port one now they are telling us.
So it's within that window.
So they know. Yes.
So that window.
Transition time they know.
So that weakness, you know. And the last time I know have this same conversation I'm catch yourself within the transition period, you know.
Just a minute. How come port authorities, the security over there, the shipping authorities say yes, be fa container. Let's borrow be fa container. Oba ya no be kwama no atam container.
And only window now.
And so then the innocent point was that it is a systematic what inside that obi ediamo obi say these are the ECG containers because say innocent way. Let's assume say okay, he belongs to the other side, whatever it is. Now obi abeka transition unim ECG containers go on yen konkoko fabia. Let's just say it is a conniving system port authorities, customs for can be port authorities. These are the systems that you must think through.
Yes, institution. When I think the excesses of human interface, switching the institutional itself, having grips over some of these things. Individuals in running. Somebody may sit at state institution, running everything at the behest of his personal emotions. They don't give you instructions. They don't go through all the processes that are involved in us. I bring this conversation, bringing us back to the same systemic weakness. How our institutions are so weak, so unstructured in such a way, and the individuals, the first decision and as a preference can override entire institutional dictate, prescriptions, and whatever procedures that are available. It's the reason why somebody in the name of national security says, just go to the port and says, yes, but the dictate of whoever sent that person override the institutional prescriptions, and it's the reason why such things will go through. So for me, I think that we are ridiculing ourselves as people, because at this time and age, some of these things are trivial, so archaic to the extent that you don't even want to wake up, come on TV, and be discussing some of these things. So it doesn't make sense. So I think that we need to just follow, trail, and see, and make sure that baby a big fire because ECG people are aware. I'm not sure that anybody outside ECG will be able to go there and do some of these things. Because container, for ECG container, I don't even know what it's in. Yes. Yes. So there are entities involved in this whole transaction, shipping, whatever. Procurement authorities, everybody, they should bundle all of them and do proper investigation and trace to the source of some of these things. I'm not sure that they need to bother the general public with some of these issues. Then a solution. What I say, and Sanyama way, yes, a phone now we bet me a time that's in the bottom. We are talking about containers. You move away from a ship. Oko can't say we could be back at what you understand. So I think that we just need to go through and make sure, say, and then you know, so dear Baby, see how our system near so bare. Gate near open. Obia can just get in, do whatever you want, and exit without drawing attention to yourself. And then I'm motivating people to do some of these things. So for me, I think that in resetting this country, the major focus should be on resetting institution. When Obama buy or say Africa need institution, not strong men, it's true. And an institution in Yakwabana institution will be guided by strong men with strong conviction. And the minds, America, all the institutions are working. Institution strong men with strong conviction. They are the sentinel. They are the guardians. Or making sure that the institutional dictate, prescription, and everything will prevail over any other. Individual will be able to be. See, setting up these things. Trust me. But we live in a country where institution kakraba try say be ye adwuma no kra no, you see this overbearing weight on them. We saw what happened to Domlivo and Co when they attempted to. The media at some point in time were being hounded and as for omon be no so no I take political lines. I know the day the core issues will be unattended to. We fixate on political and partisan kind of stuff because the media sensationalism and almost we are very interested in. Because the last time I catch you at the AC Kumasi Adum, Jesse. The president went there, made commitments, Obabwa, far a fence, and one money machine and as a form. I know the day the whole media clock turned into a banter between the regional minister and the fire service. So every the women on one name will go through pain that the media need to advocate. Say more concerns will be highlighted. Now Bimbe go to their need. President Dakaso Obabwa, the media no crowd could just take the opportunity to hamp on that particular thing. But because they want to fixate on sensationalism, that kind of banter, and then all over the social media. What I say. So it shows the kind of mindset, and you see in a country. And
even the case is that who now catch me. I didn't even know President Takoho. Yesterday, because I wasn't in the state.
Yes.
The innocent point was the president has been there.
Yes.
At that time, I wasn't in the country. Yesterday I was asking, and I didn't see a president on call.
That day
now. So my point is that because the interesting thing is that minister no diana mati.
Yeah.
I thought so. The minister represents the president. The president on call crack mini problem.
Yeah.
I was asking yesterday. I didn't see a president on call. And look at the case. The man himself has been there, giving the assurance instead of us follow up whatever assurance or the Maya, ye be follow up near yen rather no mumu. This banter na me the margin of to say
yes, and that driver discussion. So yeah, I think sir, we need to be focused. And now what's your mind, you don't set your priorities. Now we name their power. Some of these things will happen. People will just capitalize on the weakness and then make themselves better. Is the reason why some of these things AC consistently. For how long? And what's in the media is what discussing issues you deem trivial, but consistently they keep popping up. But this is 21st century. You expect to say we also take advantage and advance. You understand? Because the last time, if you go to the world stage, people are making advances. So I'm for thinking about robotics. Your friends saying,
"Oh, it be part of space, correct?"
You see, people are thinking about a whole lot of stuff. But you see, we continue to dabble in this kind of. You have some misinformation. $1 way. Yes, that is another thing.
Yeah, $1. After all of a sudden, now America for what you used to know, embassy in the bill of Bray and say, yeah, do 3.5 billion.
Yes, and America
1.1 or another one, just okay, cutting in a boom 3.5.
Yes, because the American embassies are here to look out for their interest. And they'll make sure that if you own an American company as a state, they'll make sure that you own a particular agreement. You see, besides what's at the end of the bar, a company or no struggle. A company na bokasu so a unim say the dead book no eye so way say or they don't know chow krana, you should know say legally you are inheriting debt. But we were so convenient enough. So, do you know what they tried to do? They attempted to absorb the debt into government. Your friend saying, "Na government absorb debt, you know." Now, say, "Can free?" Airtel goes we are now saying, "Tama campaign now or not toya or push it away because of a cano." They are saying, "They are command." And in the end, they are mining your beer, mamma, dear, your beer, papa, dear. We can use that particular country, you know, as a rap sheet. The papa if you knew then people will make money out of it. You see, for me, I think that we need to be very serious. And I'm like, I say, what's your mind? And there are no red lines, and some of these things will happen. Some of things like this, you know, it is not about the individuals involved. Let us go in. Decisions are a necessity for this particular transfer. The motive, everything. No, you need to ascertain and make sure, say, if there are any way be on toward that, let us prosecute people. You understand? Because these are the only way able to send a message out there. The way a government official, whenever you are taking decisions, you need to weigh the balance and know, say, at their way, it's in national interest. Say, Before time now, a man for where willfully causing financial loss to the state. But in recent time, people are foolishly causing financial loss to the state. And for me, there are a lot of people who should stand prosecution. Because some of these things shouldn't be imagined at this time. At this time, I've been at the hospital for so long. Yeah, over ward now here what a man will go through. We have the hope. Oba the way I said bed now you're my ordinary form. Oba
21st century.
Yes. Me witness a first hand or bad bed to see na krano PA by force. Yes. You don't know what people go. These are the realities people are living. And when you zoom in and you look at what is happening at the political arena, no, you see the disconnect. You see that people are sitting afar, living that utopian beliefs, living under that particular thing, and the rest of the Ghanaians are living in their own destiny. And that divide, you know, is what some of us are seeking to bridge for people to know, say, governance and enterprise for few people where you go and make money for yourself. But the whole essence of sitting there, you know, you should be looking at the larger people out there, how to make their life better. Create some incentive and social welfare programs. But consistently, you know, people make money and they get away. That is why the last time I was suggesting on Facebook, so going forward, I see a lifestyle audit in this country. Because Obi within a short period, or need chains of houses, like cars, and as for unexplained world, where the person got it from. America, you can't become rich overnight. Your source of wealth, you know, definitely will be followed. Or when young to one FBI is working, maybe they don't have the full grasp of whatever your wealth is about, but they'll make sure that they'll follow you and make sure say the money, you know, is legitimate. Who transfer even more than $10,000 to our account to grab a toma? They'll find out where those monies are coming from. You know, as to whether what PA tax and answer not, but they'll be to me $1 million, you know, that got to account to bam. Now bank, you know. So when these weaknesses are there, always people will take advantage. So I think that we need to move beyond the individuals and the personalities involved in these shitty scandals. Now you're making sure say so na kwanya be na ye bia to ho ama manfo yusu a omudi wiayen. Yes, me buana say you put all the cables together na ye nail. Trust me. People will not get advantage. Yes, criminals are very intelligent, a very sophisticated individual who will try to outwit the system when they get opportunity. But also there are a considerable number of people who bet me edo mogu gate nachi. But yeah, whether the person is smart or not, they are able to. Like I do what he case, if it is true, just look at the way a manner the guy operated. Clearly, you could see said this is not a smart person, but he has been able to outwit the system because of some systemic weakness that are available. What take advantage of? So we can sit here talk, but yeah, making sure say you put those systems in place. We will get nowhere. And human beings, we are so corrupt. We need to be one. You go to churches and see, and entities are exploiting people in this country. Most of them are the churches. And you're but this one man way. It's an arena of exploitation. You understand?
The people that you're talking. I mean, not to tarnish the reputation. This young man, people say he's a pastor or something. Oh, right. One of the top idea, and because of that, like you said, the churches are also getting involved in politics.
Oh yeah. They're taking invested
interest because Charlie, now ECG container 1.5 billion naira. I don't know. Sorry, I'm from
Okay, I wrap it up now. Yeah, time and also you know that.
Oh yeah, I think that is good. That is what Ghanaians were calling up for, and I think that the innovative realignment and capping the strategy as finance minister at the buyer are taking care of this. But I think on this particular issue, we need to follow it with all seriousness. Making sure Ghana for expecting Nipo more real musica free, and they need to extend. Mamusa sky training as a for now. Mine I team train the form crown.
Social media
train I had the form crown. It doesn't even make sense in any way. So I think we need to send a message loud and clear.
All right. Okay. And see. Hey, all right. Pokua 101. Le birthday. Asemo. Quick one. Obrempon Kofi Owusu Junior.